Hey YouTube, first of all, welcome to any potential new viewers and any new subscribers to my channel. Hi guys, I hope you enjoy this video and get some information and any videos on my channel. And hello to all my returning subscribers. Guys, I appreciate you all supporting me and continue to come and watch these videos. So to continue from my old video, which is the process to join the United States Air Force, I decided to make another video that can potentially help not only the people who are thinking of joining the Air Force, but any military branch. So I've been holding a little off of this video. The reason being is I didn't need as much, and I'll explain why. But today's video is going to be about how to study tips on taking the ASVAB, or what is called the Armed Forces Vocational Aptitude Battery exam, or which is ASVAB and all that. Sorry, the acronym's just been always a little confusing to me. But I'm just gonna teach you guys a little about the study tips that I've read and researched about, and that I maybe used a little bit, and of course the study tips, not study tips, but test tips to utilize for the actual exam. So when you go to join your recruiter, talk to your recruiter, and they just go through the process, they're gonna actually ask you to take a practice ASVAB exam, depending. That's how the Air Force did it. They just want to see where you're at and all that. So when I took mine, when my recruiter showed me the score, they were confident that I was going to be okay. And that's what they said, hey, we can set you up for a date for your ASVAB, bring all your paperwork, and we'll set you up for a date for that. And they didn't really say I didn't need to study. If I wanted to bump up my score, then I should be fine, if I wanted to study a little bit. But they felt confident that if I went down there, I would pass. So the reason I didn't make this video right away is that's the real big reason. I didn't really have to study. So what I did is I went through online and looked at different websites that show practice ASVAB exams. I looked at the questions, and I think when I was in the public library, I actually went through one of the study guides, which is ASVAB for Dummies. And I just looked at the questions, and I was going, these questions aren't as difficult as I thought it would be. There was some electrical, mechanical questions, but that wasn't something I was leaning towards. So I was fine. I was looking at the math and reading questions, and they were decently understandable, and I didn't feel a lot of pressure or weight against me. So that's why I haven't. So for the first part is the study ways. What are different ways to study for the ASVAB? If the biggest one is to connect with your recruiter, they can guide you best way. But from my own research, some people would do is there's those study guides. There's one for ASVAB for Dummies. There's other ones that you can order online or go to the library that has a plethora. The questions might be a little different, but they're a good starting point in better preparing. It's just to get your minds, start thinking and looking at how the questions are set up and what they're asking for, so you better identifying, how the process, what math you might need to know up to that, and just stuff to review. The practice exam shows a good part where you're going to be at. Definitely if test scores is not what you wanted, definitely retake it. They're going to make you do it and see how you do. If it's a good improvement for your part and you're happy with your score and you potentially know you might do better, keep that in mind. But if you feel like you need to do another practice, just keep asking your recruiter that and to see how it can help you. That's the biggest one for study tips for the ASVAB. Connect with your recruiter, they can guide you. Other one, of course, is if the physical books, go online as well. There's online, if you just type it in literally on Google, they'll pop up different practice exams, different questions about those and how to better prepare you. Not better prepare you, but to see what is actually on the exam so that you have a better understanding and potentially see what you're going to be facing when you actually take your exam. Those are the biggest ones to prepare you for those exams. That's how my cousin, he was thinking of joining the Air Force as well. He went and, his score and all that. So they gave him tips on how to, better prepare him. And then he just ordered a book himself. Yes, he paid out money. That's what I'm saying. You guys can do that or go online, utilize the public libraries to have those exams. Some schools actually do the ASVAB exam in high school. So maybe they have study material that you guys can utilize and all that. So that's just the way, the reason this video has been so difficult, but I want to make sure, but that's from what I've read and researched other people tell me, is this is the reason why to tell people to, why I haven't made this video, and it's not something I've been very focused on, because it's I really didn't have to study for the ASVAB. I reviewed maybe literally less than a day or less depending. And I said, I feel confident going to take the ASVAB. So now the actual portion where you take the ASVAB, well, some of the tips. The biggest things, nothing to get in trouble wise, but it's just stuff for any kind of exam. What a lot of people have told me and I've researched is actually the biggest thing is when you're doing the ASVAB, read the question, read what the question is asking, because that's one of the biggest thing people get confused about. They start looking at the whole question, and they're not actually at looking at what is being asked them to like accomplish, what answer they're supposed to be looking for, because all this extra information is starting to get in the way. So that's one of the biggest tips in my opinion about preparing yourself for this exam. A big tip: take your time. There is a time limit, but utilize the full time. Be patient, read the question carefully, break it down. You have time and all that. Definitely sleep earlier and prepare yourself for the exam and all that. And keep in mind that just because you score a certain score on the official ASVAB, that's not the score. You can retake it. I don't know the actual dates of how long. I think maybe a couple, like 30 days you can retake it and all that. And I know after your ASVAB is a good score, like it stays in for a year. So if you want to wait for a certain job, but there are options for you to retake the ASVAB to bump your score higher. Another good tip or something that is good to know is that from the practice exam to the actual exam, people tend to do better on those exams. So keep that in mind. Your score is actually better. So for example, I scored like a 70 or mid 70s, and I ended up scoring like an 84 on my actual ASVAB exam. I think 84, 82, I can't remember. But I did better from the practice exam. So definitely just keep that in mind and just know that. So I know it's just looking, I check this link up. It's about my study tips. These are the study tips I utilized when I was in the military and actually taking classes in college while in the military. It's just ways I've studied for like promotion exams and, studying for my CDCs, for my, job in the Air Force. And then, of course, just studying for big exams in my college. There's just study tips. So check that link. That might help you guys to study and prepare because it breaks it down simply. I told you how to study specifically for the ASVAB. Like, it was a big tips and stuff I learned from researching and just talking to people. But there's I break this down in different video about studying just overall, like how better prepare yourself for studying. Some tips I saw, people are studying for good amount, a couple hours each day. Then that's the biggest thing is being consistent about your studying habits and making sure you continue utilizing those, and just overall making it a mission and a plan that you're gonna study constantly and you're gonna make it a routine and a scheduled one. So guys, I hope this video helps. I don't know if any of my information I gave you guys is gonna be helpful, but I hope it does because I do understand that ASVAB is one of the biggest portions because that score does determine a lot about what job you're gonna be able to do and utilize. So guys, just take it as a serious note. Keep in mind that you can utilize it and take it more numerous times. Utilize that practice to see if you're growing from all that studying. And when you take the actual exam, if you're not happy with the score, go back to that studying, restart on again, and go retake that and get that score you want so that you can get that job that you really desire and all that. So guys, if this video helped, please like it. Definitely check out all my other videos and comment below. Let me know. Like, interaction is the most important thing. Are these videos helping? Am I just completely lost? Like, am I just too far out and it's been too long? Let me know. Again, just follow me on other social media sites, Instagram and Snapchat, Coach Horror Prince as well. Help me out with a fandom name, cool too. I'm just kidding. Guys, subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all the support. And guys, I think I'll definitely continue making a couple more of these videos to, utilize it to the best of options and all that and see where it takes me. All right, take it easy. Have a good night.